Hello friends, in this video tutorial, we will learn how to delete or remove data from MySQL table in Node JS application. In previous part, we have already shown you how to edit or update MySQL table data from Node JS application. Now we have proceed for how to delete or remove data from MySQL database under Node JS application. Now for delete or remove data from MySQL table. First we need to create delete button in each row of data. So for this, we have go to text editor and goes into views directory. And open sample data.ajs template file. And here, we can see, display MySQL table data in HTML table format. And in previous part, we have already created edit button in each row of data. Now for create delete button, here we have to create anchor tag. And here in href attribute, we have to write /sample data/delete. And after this, for print dynamic it table column value. Here we have to write node code syntax with is equal to sign. And after this, we have to write data.it, so it will make dynamic delete URL in each row of data. After this, we have to write class attribute is equal to button, button danger and button small class. And in anchor text, we have to write delete, so it will make delete button in each row of data. Now we have saved this code, and go to command prompt. And under command prompt, we have goes into node application directory. After this, we have run this command, so it will start Node JS server. Now we have go to browser, and write localhost with 3000 port number, /sample data. So here we can see that MySQL table data in the HTML table format. And in each row of data, here we can see that delete button has been created. So for delete data, here we have to click on this delete button. So data will be deleted from this MySQL table. So for delete data, we have go to sample data routes file. And under this file, we have to create routes for handle delete data request. So for this, here we have to write router variable.get function with two parameter. So here in the first parameter, we have to write /delete/:it. So here, it parameter value is dynamic, which will get from URL. And in the second parameter, we have to write callback function with three argument like request, response and next variable. Under this function, first we want to get it value from URL. So for this, here we have to write it variable is equal to request variable.params.it. So here, we have store it value in the local variable. Next, we need to write delete query for delete data from MySQL table. So for this, here we have to write query variable is equal to delete from sample data table, where it is equal to $sign with open and close bracket, and between this, we have to write it variable. So this query will delete or remove data from MySQL table. Now we need to execute this query. So for this, here we have to write database.query function with two parameter. In first parameter, we have to write query variable in which we have store delete query. And in second argument, we have to write callback function with two parameter like error and data variable. Under this function, we have to write if statement. And under condition, we have to write error variable. So if there is any MySQL database error occurs, then it will execute if block of code. And under this block, we have to write throw error variable, so it will display error on the web page. But suppose data successfully deleted from MySQL table, then it will execute else block of code. And under this block, we have to write response.redirect function. And under this function, we have to write /sample data. So it will redirect web page to this URL, and it will display remaining data on web page in the HTML table format. So here our code is ready. Now we have saved this code, and check output in the browser. So first we have go to command prompt, and here we have stop this process. And after this, we have again run this command, which will start Node JS server. Now here, we have refresh web page, and here we can see sample data table, data on the web page. With edit and delete button, now we need to delete or remove this row of data. So for this, here we have click on this row of delete button. And after click on the delete button, here we can see that data has been deleted from MySQL table. And here, we can see remaining data on the web page in HTML table format. So this way, we can delete data from MySQL table under Node JS application. In next part, we will show you how to display session flash message on the web page. After successfully insert, update or delete data operation under Node JS application. So, we will be meet in the next part. Lastly, thank you for watching this tutorial, and do not forget to subscribe our channel.